What are the main parts of a human vertebra bone? Imagine the backbone as a chain of tiny building blocks, each with its own special parts that work together to support your body and protect your spinal cord. Today, we're going to explore what makes up a typical human vertebra. First, there's the vertebral body. Think of it as the main weight-bearing part of the vertebra. It is a large, round, or somewhat cylindrical piece that sits at the front of the vertebra. Its job is to support your body's weight, and it gets bigger from the neck down to the lower back to handle more load. Behind the vertebral body is the vertebral arch. This arch forms a protective ring around the spinal cord, which is the bundle of nerves running through your spine. The arch is made up of two main parts, the pedicles and the laminae. Pedicles are short, thick projections that extend backward from the vertebral body. The laminae are flat plates of bone that extend from the pedicles and meet in the middle to complete the arch. Enclosing the spinal cord is the vertebral foramen, which is a large opening created by the vertebral body and arch. When you stack vertebrae on top of each other, these foramina line up to form the vertebral canal, a tunnel that protects the spinal cord. Now let's look at the processes. These are bony projections that stick out from the vertebra. They serve as attachment points for muscles and ligaments and help from joints with neighboring vertebrae. There are 7 processes in total. The spinous process is a single projection that points straight back and you can feel it along your spine. On each side, there are transverse processes that extend outward. The articular processes are 4 in total, with 2 on the top and 2 on the bottom, and they from joints with adjacent vertebrae, allowing controlled movement. Between each pair of vertebrae are intervertebral discs. These are not part of a single vertebra but sit between them. They are made of cartilage and act like cushions, absorbing shocks and helping your spine stay flexible. Finally, the vertebral notches are small indentations on the top and bottom edges of the pedicles. When vertebrae are stacked, these notches line up to form openings called intervertebral foramina. These are the spaces through which spinal nerves exit the spinal cord. Some vertebrae have special features. For example, cervical vertebrae in your neck have transverse foramina, small holes in the transverse processes that allow blood vessels to pass through. The first cervical vertebra, called the atlas, supports your skull and has arches and lateral masses. The second, called the axis, has a unique odontoid process or dens that acts like a pivot forehead rotation. All these parts work together to make your vertebral column a strong yet flexible support system. It holds up your body, protects your spinal cord, and allows you to bend, twist, and move freely. Understanding these parts helps us see how your spine keeps you upright and safe every day.